Nick Candy, what a move. Truex on the outside, contact made. 56 slides it at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
Welcome, race fans. Tonight we're here with Southern Motorsports Racing League at Indianapolis with the Gen 6. They will be turning 65 laps here in these powerhouse cars. It looks like they've been getting some fine-tuning done on their cars tonight and ready to turn this 2.5-mile giant oval. 4 turns actually in this, turn 1, 2, 3, and 4. There has been some speculation in the past, I've done it myself, that just kind of appears that there could be a little bit of a difference, I believe, in the distinctive turns. Turn 1 being just a little different than turn 3, and turn 2 being a little bit different than turn 4. But that's only speculations, as the track is supposed to be symmetrical. But we're going to see how well these guys can turn it here tonight in the Gen 6. Thank you for joining us here tonight. This is a great event. We've got quite a few people that will be watching here in a little while, and we'll give them a special shout out. In the meantime, sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. We're about 7.5 minutes away from qualifying. So kick back and enjoy yourself. Make sure you got something to drink and a snack and ready for the duration here. All right, folks, just a couple of minutes away, and we'll be ready to get this thing underway. I am having some technical issues here, and I haven't been able to figure it out, but I will, hopefully. I think we'll be all right here, though. Quick shout out to, we may have some people watching, friend of Paul Zoda from the Happy Hour Garage. So if you're in chat, make sure you say hello so we know you're here watching. Well, looks like the drivers may be in a drivers meeting right now, but we'll be underway here for qualifying in just a couple of minutes. Admin's running over a few rules and making sure everybody is on board with everything, so we're staying tuned in here and waiting for qualifying to start. And we will step away for just a quick minute and play our national anthem.
Guys.
And now for the most famous words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, folks, we're still waiting for, it looks like the drivers have not taken to the track yet, may still be in a drivers meeting. But we'll wait here a little bit longer. They do have 15 minutes to qualify, so plenty of time to get qualifying in. Okay, qualifying underway, folks. Now we're waiting to see if times come in. Open qualifying session for these guys, so there's one that wrecked. That lap won't count. I hear a lot of sheet metal getting tore up out there tonight. And we may not get a lot of qualifiers. I'm not sure how many guys are going to qualify, but we'll watch here and see. Paul Zoda right there turning the lap. Like he just gets bumped down to third there by Justin Rogers. Again, if anybody from the Happy Hour Garage is watching, please say hello so we know you're watching. Paul told me there might be a couple of viewers from the Happy Hour Garage, so we're glad to have you watching if you are, and make sure you say hi and chat. Good to see you. Qualifying cut a little bit short for the guys tonight by a driver's meeting, but we got to have these driver's meeting, folks. Leagues are, you got to kind of lay the ground rules down for everybody and make sure that everybody does understand and the rules are followed. Rules are important for everybody's safety and for a good time having fun out there. And it's like Tom Clayton with the top spot right now. Looks pretty good. having technical issues right now, and I just don't know what's causing it. So IRTVO keeps crashing on me. It's weird. Two and a half minutes left to qualifying, and we'll be underway here for the race tonight. 65 laps they will be turning here at Indianapolis. What the guys dread here is cautions. Just seems like it just takes forever to go around this place. Like 2.5 minutes to go around under caution, so it's just dreadful when they see a caution. So hopefully we don't see any for these guys' sake tonight. Okay, we're getting closer here, coming to 30 seconds until qualifying, or until we take the grid. So qualifying almost over. I'll get that out right. Alright, looks like that's going to wrap up qualifying, and we will be moving to the gridding here in just a second. Okay, let's run down through the qualifying order here. Get to that in just a second. Don Williams taking the pole with a 49.936. Congratulations to him. Seth Hatchell in second place. In third, Tom Clayton. Jeffrey Smith in fourth. Justin Rogers fifth. Mike Mahoney sixth. Tony Gray, 7th. Billy Howard in 8th. Len McNeese 9th, Paul Zoda 10th, Charles Silver in 11th, Joshua Hill in 12th, David Gainforth in 13th, Terry Bellinger 14th, Eddie McCrae in 15th, Richard Sudeth in 16th, Paul Cohen coming in 17th, Vincent Viney in 18th, Billy Rodenbarger 19th, Michael Palmer in 20th, Jeffrey Glockner in 21st, John Estes 22nd, Dennis Ward 23rd, William Lee 24th, Chuck Shaw 25th, I'm not in it, Joey Lamb 27th, Ed Finley 28th. That rounds out the field, folks. Huge field here. 27 drivers take to the field. Boy, this is going to be exciting. All right, pace car dives to pit road. Don Williams waiting on the green. And we have a green flag off and going here at Indianapolis for 65 laps, folks. Seth Hatchell with a little bit of a lead going into turn one. And Don Williams hangs on to it and comes in front of Seth Hatchell. Tom Clayton now in third. Jeffrey Smith fourth. Justin Rogers trying to make a bid here. Already working at the low line. Not sure if that's a good place to be or a bad place to be. It depends on how the car feels for the drivers. Tony Gray in 8th place. And we have a caution, folks. Let's go see where the caution is. Oh, we got a big pile up here. Let's go back and take a look, see what happened. I hear a wrecking going on up there ahead of that, so let's go back here and take a look and see if we can figure out what happened. The number 51 of Paul Cohen getting some serious air. Looks like he may have got into a little bumper car match there with the number 12. Going into the turn here. Number 12 gets a little bit loose right in front of the number 71 there, Vincent Viney. Comes down into Paul Cohen, sends Paul into the grass. Paul comes back up onto the track and takes the 12 out. They go for a ride, collects Vincent Viney into it, and it looks like a few others going to get collected in it as well. But Paul Cohen does get some serious air. Okay, so that'll wrap up that one. Looks like he's sitting on pit road. The leader, Don Williams, still out in front. And boy, that put Jeff Glockner, William Lee, Terry Bellinger, Paul Cohen, and Vincent Viney all on pit road with damage. Unfortunate. On the first lap. Pretty much the front part of the field staying the same. Nobody coming down pit road except for those that may have gotten caught up into that. A couple of guys maybe in the back. It looks like Billy Rodenbarger, Ed Finley, John Estes may have come on pit road, changed tires, get their cars looked at. Maybe they got a little bit of damage on that. I'm not really sure. But some of them are back out. Looks like William Lee gets off of pit road, so he'll join back in. Vincent Viney back out off of pit road. And this is what I was talking about, guys. The guys don't like to do a lot of pacing here because it takes forever to go around this huge facility. I know it's only 2.5 miles, but it's just dreadful for these guys to have to pace here. Well, sponsor for tonight's race, Clayton Automotive. Wanted to thank them for sponsoring the race. Appreciate it. And Southern Motorsports Racing League, right here on MaxSpeedTV. Don Williams has led all the laps so far, 3 of them. Our pole setter, Don Williams. Looks like Terry Bellinger may be joining back into the race as he gets going again here off pit road. He will be a couple of laps down. Up to 23rd spot right now. Doesn't look like he'll pick up much more than that. So Jeff Glockner, John Estes, and Paul Cohen. Oh, Glockner is away now, so he's joining back in. So the only 2 we got left is John Estes and Paul Cohen on pit road. Well, let's see if the lights go off this time. I believe they will. Yes, they do. We will be going back green next time, folks. It looks like John Estes gets back out there, so the only one left on pit road is Paul Cohen. All right, pace car heads for pit road. Don Williams bringing him to the green, waiting on the green flag. And there it is, green, green, green. Seth Hatchell on the outside again, trying to get a run on Don Williams. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it stick on that high side. And Don Williams will remain in the lead. Tom Clayton into fourth. And we've got some side-by-side going on back here. Mike Mahoney, Billy Howard going at it. Now Seth Hatchell to the inside of Don Williams for the lead. Don able to hold him off. Seth thinking, what do I got to do to get by him? Eddie McRae back in 10th. Paul Zoda 11th. Paul doing some serious blinking there. Len McNeese in 12th. Everybody getting single file here so far. Don Williams still in the lead. Trying to hold off a hard charging Seth Hatchell in the front here. Jeffrey Smith in third. These guys starting to pull away from Tom Clayton in fourth place. Tom back about 1.6 seconds behind the leader right now. Back in the field a little further here, Chuck Shaw. Chuck running in 17th. Billy Rodenbarger 18th. Somebody into the wall there. Looks like Terry Ballinger into the wall. And that is going to bring out the caution, I believe. Might have been a little bit of roughhousing there. I don't know. We'll go see here and watch and see what happens to Terry Ballinger. Drove it into the turn pretty hard right there. Looks like he was kind of out of shape trying to... Oh, right there. Looks like 88 coming down the hill. The 88 there of Jeff Glockner. Them two getting together. Looks like he just kind of cut down the hill right on Terry Ballinger. Let's look at it from a different angle here. He just really cut right down into Terry. Terry kind of come up into him a little bit too. Looks like Jeff saves it and keeps going, but not the case for Terry Bellinger. He hits a wall a ton. He'll be on pit road for sure. All right, back up front. Don Williams continuing to lead. Weather out here tonight, air temperature 69 degrees, track temperature 79.81, relative humidity 55%, mostly cloudy skies. And it looks like our leader is going to bring them all to pit road. Billy Howard looks like staying out. He will lead a lap. Justin Rogers as well. We have a couple of brave souls staying out on them older tires. Len McNeese staying out. Not the case for Don Williams and company here. These guys all wanting to come down here and get fresh tires. I don't blame them. Fresh tires are definitely a high commodity here, folks. Chuck Shaw staying out too. 4 tire change by everybody, it looks like. Drag race off of pit road. Wow, looks like Tony Gray gets out ahead of Don Williams. We have a brand new leader, folks. Billy Howard up front. Now everybody off of pit road catches up to the rear of the field here. We'll probably be going green here in about another lap and a half. So hang loose, folks. Hopefully you're enjoying the show. What's everybody think of the broadcast? Is it nice and clear? $11 laps in the books, folks. 54 to go. Billy Howard in command of this. Justin Rogers is going to be starting on the outside of the front row on this restart. Len McNeese 3rd, Chuck Shaw 4th, Tony Gray in 5th. Don Williams, our previous leader, in 6th place. Seth Hatchell 7th, Jeffrey Smith 8th, Mike Mahoney 9th, and Tom Clayton in 10th place. I guess nobody's watching the broadcast. Nobody can tell me if it's clear or not. I guess nobody's watching. Just been having some issues lately, and I just want to make sure that it does look good and y'all are enjoying it. So we still have Paul Cohen on pit road, but everybody else out on the track. We've got John Estes a lap down, Terry Bellinger a lap down, Joshua Hill a lap down, William Lee and Jeff Glockner all 1 lap down. Last one on the lead lap would be Vincent Viney. They did have one reset, folks. One reset tonight, and I'm sure probably some of the guys opted not to use their reset, or they may have used it already, and now they're going to be stuck. If they get any more damage, they're going to have to sit on pit road and get it fixed up. Okay, cars are doubling up. The lights are off. We're going green next time. Bye. All right, folks, pace car's about to head for pit road here. They come down, pace car in. Billy Howard in command of this start. Justin Rogers on the outside. Let's see what they do. Some guys dive into the bottom already. Oh, we got cars spinning. Believe that's going to bring the caution out again. Maybe. I don't know. No caution yet. Yes, there it is. Let's go back and see what happened on this restart. Go back to the back part of the field. It looks like maybe Michael Palmer might have got caught up in that. Let's watch this from the rear part of the field here. As they take the green, we'll try to figure out what happened. The car's shuffling around, and I think it kind of spooked some people. And boy, that kind of wadded them up here at the back of the field on this restart. And a lot of the guys were just getting into the gas. So, boy, more cars tore up here, folks. Okay, well, let's get back up to the front here as our leader comes around to take the caution. Everybody catching up to the pace car. Looks like Michael Palmer may have either had to tow or he is out of the race. So we've got more guys on pit road. William Lee, Joshua Hill back on pit road. And I believe there's probably going to be some more guys heading for pit road here as they come around to take pit road entrance. These guys are still trying to catch up to the pace car though. Finally get caught up to it about a lap and a half later. Well, this is about the time we usually get down here and try to find somebody to talk to. So let's see if we can find somebody here. Maybe Eddie McRae. Wait till he gets caught up to the field here a little bit. Actually, we'll wait till they come down pit road, if they come down pit road. And maybe we'll try to get a word in with Eddie and see how his night's going so far. Back here in 11th place. See if Billy brings them to pit road this time. I don't know. They've only been out there for just a handful of laps, so he may or may not. It's going to be hard to say here. Well, it looks like the whole front part of the field has opted not to come down pit road, but that doesn't mean we won't see anybody come down pit road. I think we probably will. Well, let's see if we can get a word in now with Eddie McRae.
Goodbye, Billy. I got Neil double well.
Eddie McRae, this is Rudy up in the booth. You got a copy? Eddie McRae, do you have a copy?
Yeah, this is Eddie.
Well, Eddie, how's your night going for you so far tonight?
Well, it's going okay. Didn't qualify too well, but my car I got a strong car. If I can, we can just get some green laps on our belts. I think I can do okay and try and make it up to the front. Got a lot of laps to go, so I think I got a good chance of getting on up there.
Well, that's a lot of caution laps here so far, but actually been some pretty good racing up in the front. Now you joined the ranks of the front here. We're going to wish you good luck, and hopefully you can make it to the front and maybe lead some laps.
Yes, thank you for that, and I plan on trying to do that. Thank you.
10-4. Good luck, Ready. All right, Eddie's going to try to get to the front, restarting in 11th place. Billy Howard in command right now. Len McNeese second. Chuck Shaw in third. Tony Gray fourth. Seth Hatchell in fifth place. Don Williams, our previous leader, led 7 laps the first part of the race. Looks like Billy Howard right now is going to tie him for the most laps led so far. Mike Mahoney 7th. Jeffrey Smith 8th. Charles Silver 9th, and Tom Clayton rounds out the top 10. We do have quite a few on pit road. Terry Bellinger, Paul Cohen, Joshua Hill, and we do have several that are laps down. Michael Palmer out of the race, Dennis Ward out of the race. So any of their fans out there watching, just to let you know, Michael Palmer, Dennis Ward are out of the race. Paul Cohen on pit road, Terry Bellinger on pit road. Laps down, Joshua Hill and William Lee, each 3 laps down. John Estes and Jeff Glockner 1 lap down each. And the rest of the field, from 1st to 18th, still on the lead lap. Ed Finley taking up the rear of the field on the lead lap. We should get the 1 to go this time, folks, and we'll be back under green flag conditions here at Indianapolis. 65 laps. We've got 17 in the books, about to be 18. All right, lights are off on the pace car. We're ready to go green. Right now, Billy Howard's clinched the most laps led with 8. That could change. He beats Don Williams. Don led 7 earlier. And the only other leader we've had out there was Seth Hatchell, led 1 lap. No, I'm sorry, Justin Rogers led a lap too. I apologize. My bad. One more turn, folks. We're ready to cut them loose and get them going here. Green flag about to kick off again. Right now we got 47 to go when they take the green. So still lots of racing to go. You don't want to miss a thing here at Indianapolis tonight. Pace car looking to head down pit road. It does. Billy Howard in command here of the start. Green, green, green. Much better start that time. Everybody kind of stayed in line, it looks like. On the outside, Len McNeese taking over the lead from Billy Howard. Ooh, a little bumping going on back in the field there. But Len McNeese taking over the lead. Got one off, couple of them off the track there. Did not see who that was. Gets it going again, but I think that was Charles Silver. Gets bumped out of the way, and it looks like he's going to have to get going here again under his own power. Maybe a little bit down on power. But Len McNeese, he will lead another lap here. That makes 2 for him. And look at Billy Howard bearing down on him. Tony Gray way up to the high side. Up there where the marbles are, there's no grip. Seth Hatchell trying to reel him in. And Don Williams, which has been no stranger to the front of the field, has led 7 laps earlier, now mired back into 6th place. Jeffrey Smith was extremely fast earlier. Had got himself up to the front of the field. Now he's back in 7th. Mike Mahoney 8th. Tom Clayton 9th. And Paul Zoda to the 10th place. Uh-oh. I just seen somebody that looked like Don Williams. If I can catch up with him here. And that brings out another caution here, folks. Let's see what happened to Don. Not sure if he got loose on his own or what the deal was. Yes, he did. He just broke loose on his own. Goes down and hits that inside wall. Comes back up onto the track right in front of traffic. And I think he was okay until somebody come along here and did hit him. Watch here, because it was kind of late here. I'm not sure. It looked like somebody trying to steer clear of him there. They get together. And I don't know if it was just somebody didn't see him or what the deal was, but just comes along here and plows right directly into him, sliding it. It looks like that was the number 80 of Ed Finley. And he gets into him. So both of those cars are going to be severely damaged. The 72 of John Estes sliding to try not to get into it. Doesn't want any more damage on the Captain America car. Len McNeese. still in the lead. Now he brings them to pit road. Pit road is open, and everybody probably going to welcome some fresh tires. Looks like Tom Clayton stays out, and Tom will be credited for leading that lap, I do believe. Yeah, he did. He was credited with leading that lap, so very cool. Tom Clayton gets a lap in. Everybody comes to a screeching halt in their pit stalls here. Probably going to be a 4-tire change. All right, everybody is away. Very good. Like Tom doing a little bit of clutching it there, or shutting the engine off, it looks like. Coasting, clutching it, whatever. Guys do that sometimes to save fuel. Okay, so let's see how they line up here. I think we got a couple more guys coming down pit road too. But let's see how they line up. Tom Clayton, Paul Zoda second, Vincent Viney in third. Vincent with a heck of a lot of damage on that car. That thing is tore up from the floor up. Len McNeese in fourth. Justin Rogers fifth. Seth Hatchell sixth. Tony Gray in seventh. Jeffrey Smith eighth. Chuck Shaw ninth. And David Gainforth up to the 10th place. Waiting on the one to go. We are creeping up ever so slightly to the halfway mark. Let's check out the race summary so far in the race here. We've had 7 lead changes and 4 cautions, folks, for 15 laps. Being caution number 4. Okay, lights are off on the pace car. We're doubling up and going green next time. Vincent Viney there with a heck of a lot of damage on that car. Holy smokes. I don't believe he's going to be too awful fast, but he is in pretty good position right now, 3rd place. Either he's already used his reset, or he's holding on to it. Not sure. Well, everybody getting a piece of the action up here in the front and getting some laps led, collecting that valuable points for leading a lap. All right, pace car about to head to pit road. Tom Clayton going to be restarting these guys. There goes the pace car, waiting on the green flag. And green is out. Off and going here at Indianapolis, folks. Into turn 1. Tom Clayton still hanging on to it. Paul Zoda with a great run here, 2nd place. Vincent Viney hanging on to it with that damaged car. Looks like Len McNeese gets around him on the outside. And so does Seth Hatchell. So Vincent going backwards. Oh, a little wiggly right there. Looks like he almost got into Jeffrey Smith. You really wouldn't know that Vincent has that much damage on his car because he's really doing a good job pretty fast. And we have another caution, folks. Let's see what happened. Jeff Glockner going around. Let's go see what happened to Jeff here. Great run down the backstretch. Oh, a little blinking right there, and it looks like, was that? That was Terry Bellinger kind of cut down right into him. Holy smokes. He did blink, and when he come back, Terry was right there and come down into Jeff Glockner, and Jeff goes into the outside wall, folks, and he hits it hard. Not sure if anybody else got any damage on that or got into him. Looks like he did kind of spin down off the track, so that's probably a good thing. Self-cleaning right there, folks. Boy, up onto the fence and everything. Holy smokes, he went for a heck of a ride. Well, he'll be sitting on pit road for a little while. Now, the thing of it is, I wonder if the leader is going to bring him to pit road. They were just all on pit road. More than likely, we'll have somebody in the back of the field take up that spot, take a look down pit road. But let's see if we can get a word in here with Jeffrey Smith. Jeffrey Smith, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Rudy.
Well, the number 28 Haviland car looking pretty good out there today. You're running into 6th place. What's it going to take for you to get to the front, brother?
So we got to get some green flag runs going here, and it's just I got a little right fender damage there. I'm just trying to bide my time, get the thing fixed up for the last run, see if we can be there, get a good top 5 or something.
Yeah, it's been kind of feast or famine out there today. A lot of spins and things like that. This bringing out caution number 5. What do you got? Any advice for the guys to try to make it a little bit better race?
Restarts at Indy, probably turn 1 is the most treacherous restart area there is in all of NASCAR to me. Get through that first little short shoot, and if they can get through that, I think we can get green and stay green here. Not a tough track once you get aired out a little bit.
10-4, brother. Well, good luck out there, Jeff, and maybe we'll talk to you later.
Well, thank you, Rudy.
Okay, see if he's got any way to get to the front. He's hoping if they can get a long green flag run in. I think some of the guys may have something held back a little bit, but they need to get some wear on them tires a little bit to get that in. So here we are coming to lap 28, folks, so almost halfway. Paul Zoda going to be second, Len McNeese third, and Seth Hatchell fourth. Tom Clayton actually started third. Here he is running in the lead. Paul Zoda started 10th, running in second. Len McNeese started ninth, running in third. Seth Hatchell started second place on the outside of the front row, now running in fourth. Vincent Viney started 18th on the field. He's got a mangled up car, but he's running in fifth. Jeffrey Smith started fourth, currently in sixth. Justin Rogers started fifth, currently seventh. Tony Gray started seventh, running in eighth. Chuck Shaw started 25th today, running in ninth place. Billy Howard rounding out the top 10, started eighth, currently in 10th. Let's see if they get the one to go right here, folks. And they do, so we'll be going green next time by. Summary shows this is caution number 5. We've been under caution for 20 laps, folks, so we've only really had 9 green flag laps. 7 lead changes up in the front. 28 laps complete out of the 65. All right, coming out of turn 4. Pace car looking to head for pit road. Tom Clayton in charge here. Pace car's in. Waiting on that green flag. Green, green, green. Good start by everybody that time. Len McNeese right on the tail of our leader. Seeing what he can do to get by Paul Zoda. Paul up on the high side. And now Len McNeese taking a look like he is going to take the lead. Zoda all over Tom Clayton. Len McNeese to the inside. Clayton cuts him off into turn. Zoda way up high. And now Seth Hatchell slips in there. Good racing by these guys, I'm telling you. Jeffrey Smith in 5th. Tony Gray 6th. Billy Howard led 8 laps earlier. Now running in 7th. Vincent Viney goes back to 8th. Justin Rogers 10th, or 9th, excuse me, and Charles Silver 10th. They pull out to go by Vincent Viney. He's a little slower with that damage. He's doing really well, but he's a little slower than these guys. Justin Rogers gets by. Charles Silver looking to get by. Down the front stretch. Justin Rogers really having a tough time clearing Vincent Viney. Whatever that cosmetic damage that Vincent's got really is not affecting the speed or the handling right now. Looks like Justin Rogers may have him this time going into the turn. Seth Hatchell goes into 2nd. Jeffrey Smith up to 3rd. I didn't see what happened to Paul Zoda. What happened to him? He's back to 4th now. Okay. A little slip in the turn is all it takes sometimes to slow you down and the field get by you. Len McNeese in 5th. Len was up there battling for the lead just a minute ago. I just kind of wonder if maybe him and Paul Zoda might have got together. Don Williams led 7 laps earlier, has not been able to get back to the front. He's really been struggling with it. Chuck Shaw to the inside. Excuse me, I'm sorry. That is Charles Silver. Takes over that position from Vincent Viney. Vincent goes back to 10th. Still out on the track, Terry Bellinger, picking up more positions. He's running about 10 laps down to the leader, but he's still picking up more positions. The field's kind of fallen off there. He picks up another position going by Jeff Glockner, and he goes into 19th. Paul Cohen still sitting on pit road. Jeff Glockner out of the race. Mike Mahoney, Ed Finley, Joshua Hill, Dennis Ward, and Michael Palmer all out of the race. Seth Hatchell to the lead, passing Tom Clayton. And I mean pass him and clear him and pull away. Clean air means a lot in these cars, I do know that. Three-quarters of a second lead over Tom Clayton now, and still pulling away. Now out to a 2nd. Dang, he is really pulling away since he got out there in that clean air. And I think that's what these guys really needed. They needed a little clean air. Jeffrey Smith in 3rd. Paul Zoda 4th. Len McNeese 5th. Field now starting to get spread out a little bit. Tony Gray up to 6th. Billy Howard 7th. Justin Rogers 8th. Way off of the pace back here. Richard Sudeth Got the Bojangles car into 16th place, but running about 25 seconds behind that the leader. Billy Rodenberger about 16 seconds behind the leader. But the rest of the field all pretty close to one another. These guys all trying, everybody's trying to get by Vincent Viney. Vincent's got that damage, and I think it's starting to show now on his speed. Once they get out here, he could be having a little bit of handling problems. Now Eddie McRae right on his tail. May be looking to the inside here in just a minute. He does have a little bit of speed build up here going down the front stretch, but Vincent hangs on to it for now. Oh, I went out of the way. It looks like Chuck Shaw going to spin around. No caution. Let's go back and see what happened to Chuck as long as they're under green. I heard him hit the wall, and that could have been what I heard. He takes it out wide right here, and yes, he does get into the wall. That kicks him to the inside, and he hits the wall a ton. So Chuck Shaw with a lot of damage on his car now. Wow. Well, he gets it back going. He may be looking to head for pit road here shortly. Seth Hatchell out front by 3 seconds over Tom Clayton, folks. Unbelievable. Since he got out in that clean air, he has set sail. Looking ahead, you can see Seth up there quite a ways ahead of him. Len McNeese coming up on Justin Rogers, using that draft down the front stretch. David Gainforth up to 9th place now. The Fruit of the Loom car. A pretty cool looking paint job, actually. He said he didn't have a Mr. Bubble car or he'd be running that. Don Williams back to 10th. Eddie McRae on the inside of Don. Don's got some serious damage on his car. Whoa. It looks like the hood's sticking right up on that. I'm not sure if we can get down here to get a little better look on it. Looks like we do have some guys coming down pit road. Tom Clayton giving up the lead, or second place, excuse me, to come down pit road. This could be his final pit stop right here. 25 to go, folks. It'll be a 4-tire change, topping off the tank with Sunoco fuel, and he'll be out of there. Another one, Paul Zoda on pit road as well. 4-tire change and fuel for him, and he's away. In the meantime, Seth Hatchell out front. And he will put Tom Clayton and Paul Zoda a lap down. But he's got a 6.5 second lead over Jeffrey Smith, folks. Unheard of. Since he's got out there in that clean air, he has just pulled away from the whole field. Tony Gray in 3rd. Justin Rogers 4th. Len McNeese in 5th. David Gainforth in 5th. Or 6th, excuse me. Billy Howard 7th. So we're waiting to see if if and when the leader is going to come to pit road. He's not going to do it yet. He doesn't want to give up that track position that he has out there, even though he's got a 7.3 second lead now over Jeffrey Smith. Richard Sudeth in 12th place, last one on the lead lap. And we've got Billy Rodenberger coming to pit road. This will be his final pit stop of the day. Coming in there a little extra slow, I think. Seth Hatchell goes by, puts Billy Rodenberger another lap down, or a lap down, excuse me. .1 seconds back to Jeffrey Smith in second place. Tony Gray trying to close that gap, just really having a tough time right now. He knows he's got to come to pit road. He would just love to be able to get up there and catch his draft and maybe battle him for that second place. Right now, we've still got 19 cars out there on the track racing, folks. And they're just spread out all around the track. We really don't have any good battles going on. Justin Rogers and Len McNeese is about the only real battle that's going on right at the moment. And we got Eddie McRae coming to pit road. Don Williams, too. Don with a lot of damage on his car. As it looks like the hood's wrinkled up, the front end's caved in. Boy, he's got a lot of damage on his car. I don't believe he's going to want to sit on pit road too awful long because he is in good track position right now. If the car's working for him, you got to let it be. You just got to let the track come to you. That was our pole sitter, Don Williams. Oh, he has to back up in his pit stall. 4-tire change for him. He is going to sit there and get some of that damage fixed up. Seth Hatchell just continues to pass people out here. And we have a caution, folks. We have a caution. Let's see where it's at. Charles Silver going around. Looks like a slip coming off of turn 4 here. He'll definitely want new tires now. It looks like he was heading for pit road here and locked it down. Brakes locked up on him. He may have decided at the last second to not come to pit road, but it was too late. He'd already applied the brakes and locked it up. So spinning around, bringing the caution out, Charles Silver. Not what Seth Hatchell wanted to see. But he'll be able to come down pit road now, get fresh tires, top off his tank of fuel, and have enough here to make it the rest of the race. Well, we finally get a long green flag run. Let's check here with the summary and see how things are going. Caution number 6, 21 laps under caution. We've had 8 lead changes, so pretty good race as it's turning out now. Seth out there for 13 laps, ties Tom Clayton right now for the most laps led. That could change. Tom's running back in, let's see, Tom is in 8th place, 1 lap down. Well, this will be good news for a lot of people. They'll be able to get back on the lead lap. So leader brings them all to pit road. Seth Hatchell comes to stop in his pit stall. Everybody else does too. I'm sure it'll be a right or a 4-tire change. And yes, it is. So he'll still remain the leader, but right now he's going to have a lot of lap down cars ahead of him that will get the iRacing wave by. Jeffrey Smith will be second, Tony Gray third, Len McNeese fourth, Justin Rogers fifth, Richard Sudeth in sixth. Good comeback for Richard. Charles Silver in seventh, one that brought that caution out. Tom Clayton eighth. Paul Zoda ninth. He'll be back on the lead lap. He's going to have to go around here. He'll be the wave by, and it's going to be tough for him to catch up to the back end of that field before they go green. So, all right, but Seth Hatchell in the lead now, has led the most laps with 14 laps. Let's see if I can get down here and talk to Justin Rogers. How about that? Justin Rogers, this is Rudy up in the booth. You got a copy?
You got a copy, Ruby?
Well, Justin, you're running in fifth, brother. You've kept your car pretty clean today. A lot of good racing out there. Good green flag run that time. You have enough fuel, and are your tires able to make it to the end?
Oh yeah, we're full on fuel right now. 4 good tires on this thing, and running those guys down little by little there at the end on that last run, but really don't get going good on the restarts for some reason, but get in the groove and I start running them back down, so we'll see what goes on here.
Well, fifth place, not a bad place to be. Sim Garage car looks pretty good out there, brother. He is a MaxSpeedTV sponsor, so shout out to old Steve Parrish there at Sim Garage, and thanks for talking with us, and we wish you the best of luck there, Justin.
All right, thanks again. Yeah, thanks again, Rudy. With Steve with his products, he's Class A. Help you with anything you need. So anybody out there listening, check his website out, simgarage.com.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, let's see what they got. Seth Hatchell still in the lead. Some guys ahead of him that will get the automatic wave by. They'll come around and be at the tail end of the field. That being Paul Zoda, David Gainforth, Eddie McCrae, Billy Howard, and Billy Rodenbarger. They will get the automatic wave by and take up the rear of the field, back on the lead lap. So still lap down cars that we have. John Estes, 14th. Vincent Viney, 15th. Chuck Shaw, 16th. Don Williams, 17th. William Lee, 18th. And Terry Bellinger, 19th. All right, they're giving the one to go. Lights are out on the pace car. Lap car is going around and catching up to the rear of the field. The leader's ready to go. This is going to get exciting, folks. 17, we'll have 16 to go when they get the green. Well, thanks for watching today, folks. We appreciate it. Not a lot of viewers in there, but those of you that did tune in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We like to have our subscribers. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, and then we're going to put on a big event, which the viewers will be involved in too. Chance to win some prizes, and some of the racers out there will get prizes too. So, haven't got all the details worked out yet, but we got time. But Hopefully we can get to 1,000 subscribers here shortly. That would be really awesome. You can check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. Also check out our website at MaxSpeedTV.com. We do broadcast up here 7 nights a week, actually 6, I'm sorry, 6 nights a week here on YouTube. Sunday nights we broadcast up to Twitch. As these guys are ready to go. Pace car heads for pit road. Seth Hatchell wants to get out there again ahead of Jeffrey Smith. Let's see if he can do it. Clean air seems to be the ticket. Green, green, green. Good restart up here in the front. Jeffrey Smith trying everything he can to get a run on Seth Hatchell. He does not want Seth to get out there like he did before because, man, the race could be over for all these drivers. Len McNeese in third. Tony Gray taking a look on the inside. Looks like he's going to have to fall in behind him. Everybody going single file behind Seth Hatchell. Richard Sudeth gets a break, puts the Bojangles car into 6th place. Charles Silver in 7th. 15 laps to go here at Indianapolis, folks. Tom Clayton, 8th place. David Gainforth, 9th. And Eddie McRae, 10th. Billy Howard 11th and Paul Zoda 12th. These guys did not get the pit. They had to come around after being ahead of the leaders. They got the wave by iRacing. And Billy Rodenbarger 13th, last one on the lead lap at the moment. Up front, Seth Hatchell getting out there in that clean air, really making a difference. And these guys have pulled away quite a bit from Tony Gray in 3rd place. Richard Sudeth then 6th, as these guys are all back here racing for position. Paul Zoda in 10th place. Looks like he may have slipped a little bit. Eddie McRae gets by. And we have a caution, folks. Let's see where that caution is. Oh, we got a couple of them into it. Charles Silver again. And it looks like the number 13, let's see, and the 07, I believe that was Billy Howard getting into it. So let's go see what happened here. Looked kind of ugly to me. Right there. Looks like Billy Howard cuts the nose right off of Charles Silver there. May have just slipped in the turns. He comes right up into Charles and puts them both into the fence, folks. Tough break for these guys. You know, it's been a long race for them, and to get damaged like that's going to even make it longer. Even though we're coming to 12 to go next time by, it's still going to make a long race for these gentlemen. As they're all going to be heading for pit road now. And I think the secret right now is these guys don't want to come to pit road. They don't want to give up that track position. Seth Hatchell looking for a win here tonight at Indianapolis. I'm not going to bother the guys now. They all need to stay focused and concentrate on what they got, the job they got to do at hand here. And I'm not going to bother them right now. I don't want to, like, break their concentration. It looks like Vincent Viney gets the wave by, so he'll be back on the lead lap. That's good. And we only got John Estes, Chuck Shaw, Don Williams, William Lee, and Terry Bellinger lapped, one or more laps down. Looks like Charles Silver has taken his car behind pit road. Well, folks, tune in tomorrow night. We have IWCR, their actual season opener tomorrow night at Daytona with the Gen 6. We'll be going live about 10:45 p.m. Eastern Time, so make sure you tune in for that. We'll be right here on YouTube. And Saturday, I believe about 2 o'clock Eastern in the afternoon, we will be having the European Stock Car Championship. I'm not exactly sure what track they will be at. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but that'll be a great race as well. That's the Gen 6 series. Saturday night, we'll be going to IWCR at 10:45 p.m. Eastern for the Truck Series, the season opener of Truck Series. So that'll be a pretty good race there as well. So we're looking for a pretty good, fun-filled weekend here of watching some great racing here on MaxSpeedTV. So make sure you stay tuned, folks. All right, we're going to be inside 10 to go. I believe about a 9-lap shootout here we're going to have. They'll probably get the 1 to go right here. So we'll have about 9 laps to go to complete this race. And the lights go off on the pace car. So we're doubling up and ready to go green next time by. We have 12 cars on the lead lap. Vincent Viney at the back of the field in 12th place. Last one on the lead lap, John Estes, 13th, the first one a lap down. We have another caution. He will get the wave by, as long as he's not involved in it. All right, people, here we go. 9 laps to go when they get the green pace car down pit road. Seth Hatchell in the lead. Jeffrey Smith on the outside of him. Let's see what they can do here as the green comes out. We're back underway here. Jeffrey Smith with a great run on that high side, but not enough to clear Seth. Justin Rogers right in the mix of this. Still hanging on to 4th place. Len McNeese 5th. Tony Gray putting the old block on Justin Rogers. They go into the turn. It looks like Tony Gray on the inside of Jeffrey Smith can't make it stick. In the meantime, these guys racing it up here. In the meantime, Seth Hatchell's getting away, and a pass for 3rd place. Somebody off the pace right there, Len McNeese. He gets slammed into the wall. No caution, folks. No caution. How did that happen? Let's go back and take a look at it real quick here. He just spins coming off of turn 4. Hits the inside wall. And it looks like he tried to bring it back up onto the track to get it going again and loses it again. And I'm just not sure how that did not bring out the caution. But he gets it going. No caution. He's going to be back in 12th place now. Seth Hatchell with a 1.5 second lead over Jeffrey Smith. 3rd place, Justin Rogers. Tony Gray 4th, Tom Clayton 5th. Boy, them guys all in a battle. 7 to go, folks. This is all for position. These guys are really putting on a good show now. Jeffrey Smith trying to break that draft from Justin Rogers. Still hanging on to 2nd place, though, from Justin. Justin just trying every maneuver he can to try to get around Jeffrey Smith and just has not been able to make it happen yet. The same back here for Tom Clayton and Tony Gray. Tom does get around Tony Gray and goes into 4th. Tony Gray back to 5th. Quite a ways back to David Gainforth in the Fruit of the Loom car. Eddie McRae in 7th. Paul Zoda 8th. Richard Sudeth 9th. And Vincent Viney 10th. Looks like Vincent's got most of that damage fixed up on his car. So he may be okay. He seems to be okay on speed. Seth Hatchell with almost a 3-second lead over Jeffrey Smith. And Jeffrey's got Justin Rogers, Tom Clayton, and Tony Gray all in a row right here, folks. 5 laps to go. .3 seconds behind Seth Hatchell. Seth out there in no man's land looking for his win here today. Going to take the line with 4 to go. Justin Rogers and Jeffrey Smith. Justin Rogers pulling up beside Jeffrey and getting by him. Justin Rogers 2nd. Sim Garage car in a good place here. He may not have enough to get there for the win, but he's definitely on the podium, folks. Now Tom Clayton all over Jeffrey Smith. Has Jeffrey worn his tires out and he's just slipping and sliding around here trying to stay with them? Tony Gray in 5th. These 4 have just really been putting it on here, folks. They're driving these cars harder than they've drove all night tonight. Looking ahead from Tom Clayton, Jeffrey Smith. Doesn't look like he's got enough ponies under the hood to keep up with Justin Rogers. Justin doing everything he can to try to break that draft, just like Jeffrey Smith was doing a little while ago. A great racing going on here. The Sim Garage car in 2nd place now, 4.9 seconds behind Seth Hatchell. 2 laps to go, folks. Nothing changing back here. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Everybody just in a row. Tom Clayton looking to see if there's a way he could get by Jeffrey Smith to get on the podium. Let's see if he can get it done here before the end of the race, because they're coming to 1 to go this time. The leader will be getting the white flag right here, folks. 5.4 seconds ahead of 2nd place. White flag in the air. We got a wreck back there, but no caution. They're going to finish it. Looks like Don Williams may have been involved in that. But I'm going to stay right here on this pack to make sure these guys do finish where they're supposed to. Or where they're going to, I should say. Jeffrey Smith still on Justin Rogers. Seth Hatchell coming around here to take the checkered flag. Out of turn 4, down the long front stretch. Seth Hatchell for a win here tonight. Justin Rogers going to be 2nd. Jeffrey Smith all over him, and Justin trying to block him. Can he do it? Yes, he does do it. Jeffrey Smith finishes 3rd. Holy smokes, what a race. We'll get up here to our leader, and let's see if we can, we'll give him a second here to clear the air. I'm sure everybody's congratulating him, and we will get a chance to get in there and talk to him.
Congrats, Seth.
Thank you. Your flag or a black flag?
Seth Hatchell, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, congratulations on your victory here tonight at Indianapolis, Seth. Man, you had the power at the end of this race to pull away from the field by a mile. It just was really good to see out there. Tell me about your racing and how this makes you feel bringing home the win tonight.
Oh, this feels great. This is one of those races that you always mark off. You want to be pretty good here. I mean, I didn't feel real fast here tonight, but I guess I was fairly consistent.
Well, consistency paid off for the Brandt Chevrolet, and you bring it into victory lane. How happy does that make you?
Oh, it's amazing. I'm going to be celebrating tonight.
I don't blame you, brother. Do you like Indianapolis? This is one of your favorite tracks or not?
I guess I'm pretty good at it. I'm not very good at Pocono, which is fairly similar to this, but I mean, I ran the Indy 500 here and I finished second, and I come here and win in the NASCAR series, so I guess I'm pretty good at it.
Well, great job out there, Seth. You did clinch the most laps led tonight with 32. And, man, it just seemed like once you got out in clean air, you were really dominant here tonight. May not have started the race out that way, but not too bad. I mean, you started second, bringing home first. Congratulations to you. Anybody you want to thank?
Oh, yeah, again, Tom Clayton Automotive, Tom, Paul, they do a great job. And you in the booth, Rudy, you always do a great job. I always like going back and watching the replay.
All right, Seth. Well, congratulations again, and thanks for chatting with us. Go celebrate, brother.
All right, then. Thank you.
Justin Rogers, you got a copy?
I do, Rudy.
Well, you're bringing home second. Boy, I'll tell you what, it was tough fighting Jeffrey Smith off them last couple laps. He was coming on really strong. Talk about your racing out there tonight. You started fifth and bringing home second.
I wanted to run up front most of the night, but plans changed, and I ran mid-pack to in the back most of the night, missed a couple of wrecks. But all in all, like I said before when you talked to me, that long flag or green flag run there kind of got in rhythm and was running them down a little bit, not catching them too quick, but, you know, a couple tenths here and there. But it was really did push the car much to the end right there, and had a hell of a race with Jeffrey.
Yeah, that looked like a lot of fun, Justin. Well, you led one lap, so I guess you'll get a bonus point for leading the lap. But congratulations to you, and I'm sure Steve will be mighty proud of seeing that Sim Garage car in second place tonight, brother.
Yeah, Tim, for one of these days, hopefully I'll get one of these broadcast races. I know when over at GAC, I was usually top three every now and then, and I never can get that first spot. But hopefully one of these days. But as far as people to thank, Tom Clayton Automotive sponsoring our series, Tom and Paul for putting this on over at SMRL. And as you said, Steve at Sim Garage, and also Mark Lutz at Fast Track Sims.
Okay, Justin, thanks for chatting with us, and good race out there today. Congrats on second place.
Thank you.
Jeffrey Smith, you there?
Yeah, I got you, Rudy.
Well, third place. The Haviland car comes in third place, man. That's really awesome. Turning on the heat there on Justin there on that last lap. Boy, that looked like a lot of fun. He put the old blocks to you, and you had to finish third, brother. But way to save the tires and make that last lap challenge for second place. Talk about your race and how Justin got by you.
Well, Rudy, I was trying to race Seth up there, and as you know, he was quick, and I could run with him for maybe like 2 or 3 laps, you know, and felt like at times on the restart I could stay on the outside of it, maybe challenge him coming off the turn 2 there, off the restart, but I'd give him the spot and thinking maybe I could run him down, but I couldn't. I burnt my tires up some, got into the wall a couple times, and I think I did in my right rear just a little bit. Then I seen Justin coming, and once he got to me, I knew he had me, but just thankful we all got a good race in late in this race. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think the secret there was getting some laps, some green flag laps on them tires, and so they get a little bit better grip. But we've seen some good racing, you know, all the way through the race. Even though we did have quite a few cautions, it was actually a very good race. So, but anyhow, congratulations to you for third place, Jeff. Anybody you want to thank tonight special?
I just thank Paul and Tom for putting this thing on with Southern Motorsports. Great bunch of guys, and enjoyed being here racing with them.
Okay, folks, we'll get up here to the leader, and get everybody accounted for. Run down through the results. First off, I want to run through the summary here. Well, we did have 28 caution laps out of the 65, seven cautions. We had 10 lead changes for the lead, so good run for these guys tonight. Okay, we're running down through. Seth Hatchell coming home with the win here tonight, finishing over Justin Rogers by 5.5 seconds. And what a battle that turned out to be between Justin and Jeffrey. As you can see, that was very, very close finish. They were just 55 one-thousandths of a second separating them two when they crossed the line. Tom Clayton in 4th, Tony Gray in 5th. Vincent Viney coming home 6th, Billy Rodenbarger 7th, David Gainforth 8th, Richard Sudeth in 9th, John Estes 10th. Paul Zoda finishing 11th, Eddie McRae 12th, Len McNeese 13th, Chuck Shaw Jr. in 14th, Don Williams, after leading 7 laps earlier in the race, finishing 15th. Billy Howard, another leader, he led 8 laps earlier in the race, finishing 16th. William Lee 17th, Terry Bellinger 18th, Charles Silver 19th, Jeff Glockner 20th. Mike Mahoney 21st, Ed Finley 22nd, Joshua Hill 23rd, Dennis Ward 24th, Michael Palmer 25th, and Paul Cohen rounding out the field, first one out of the race, finishing 26th spot. So again, congratulations here to our winner, Seth Hatchell. Great run for Seth tonight. Congratulations to him. All right, folks, we will see you tomorrow night for IWCR. Like I said, 10:45 p.m. You want to tune in right here on MaxSpeedTV on YouTube. So until then, folks, stay safe and have a good night.